Sorry, there we go. Sorry for the dead silence of the first 20 odd seconds. Oh, wait! Haha! Marvellous! It's finally arrived. I've been wondering where that was. Good lord. Okay, so much to say, so little time. Hello, Internet. This is the Stabby Brit. And I made the mistake of buying Elite Dangerous for my partner. And for the past 72 hours, I have had absolutely no access to anything resembling an electronic device in this house. He's been hogging the PlayStation, he's been hogging the TV. I'm hogging the cider, though. So, the extremely kind donations of my Patreon supporters came through. So I decided to put them to good... Let's try that again. I decided to put them to good use. And put simply, I've bribed my partner with a trip to the pub so that I can actually get a going on this game myself. Huzzah! So here I am, following... Are you the right guy? I don't think you are you? Who was I sent to kill? I was sent to kill somebody called Joseph. Shit, I just fired on the wrong ship. Shit. Right. This is a fantastic start to my Elite Dangerous adventure. I have inadvertently opened fire on an innocent target. But this is fine. It's all fine. Let's put more power into weapons, shall we? I'm reasonably sure this will not go disastrously wrong. Ah! I spoke too soon. Right, let's see if I can get out of this intact. I don't think I'm going to. I actually think I'm dead because of my foolishness and engaging the wrong target. Running away. So, welcome to Elite Dangerous, where I am unable to distinguish friend from foe, and I'm almost certainly about to die because of it. If I can kill this Joseph chap before I die, though, that would be marvellous. Come on. Lock on. I think I'm dead. Target destroyed. That sounded promising. Right. That was a fantastic start to my efforts. I've really not been playing for very long, as the presence of the starting ship may suggest. I decided to try spot bounty hunting because it was offering extremely high rewards compared to simply hauling cargo. Now, where is that? Stapler Enterprises. Okay. I apparently have a dormant bounty. Do I have to pay that off? I honestly don't quite know what I'm doing here. But yes, Elite Dangerous. I've spent a lot of time watching other people play this game. Well, one other person play this game. So, I'm rather enjoying actually being able to have a go myself. Yes, let's redeem those. They look tasty. Thank you. Apologies for the drunken hiccups. I don't actually understand what that means, so I'm going to ignore it. Let's find out where this is. The guy did die. That's promising. So, if I plot a course back to this system, I can cash in the bounty. Actually, this would be a good place to show one of the things I love about Elite Dangerous. Elite Dangerous is a huge game. Now, this is where I am, in some randomly named sector. Here's another sector, about 9 light years away, and why it has decided to plot that route, I don't know. I should be able to do that in a single jump. So I think I will. But, this is what I love. We can pull back, and this is about as far, this blue one here, is about as far as I've explored. So that is about as far as I've ever been. And we can pull back, and back. Oh, that's where I'm planning to go, because I want to start a cruise lining service. I'm going to fly a cruise liner through space. That's my idea of fun. So that's where I'm going. And this is about the extent of known space. And we can just zoom out, and out, and out. And this is the entirety of the Elite Dangerous universe, which I think is fucking amazing. And what leaves me shocked and terrified and mildly aroused is the fact that all of this, all 100 million star systems, are accurate. Insofar as they are all stars with planets that orbit them the way they should, for the time period they should. Somewhere in this mess is the Sol system, our star system. And, excuse me, glorious alcohol. And if you were to go to the Sol system in Elite Dangerous, you could spend an in-game year watching Earth go around the sun. And by an astonishing coincidence, the in-game year you spent watching the Earth go around the sun would match up the real-lifely year you would spend watching the virtual Earth go around the sun. Which is a somewhat incoherent way of saying Elite Dangerous is shockingly accurate. Somewhere in here are pretty much... Ah! Hello, King Richard! I knew you'd turn up eventually. How are you this evening? But within this glorious game is basically every single star system we have ever witnessed. Once we found accurate information about the TRAPPIST system, for example, they went ahead and put it in. TRAPPIST 1 is here somewhere, and I think that's fantastic. Apparently, if you are so inclined... Oh, that's a point, I could scan this system. Cartographical data is quite valuable at times. Oh, marvellous. I've discovered a lot of planets. What was I saying? Yes. If you are so inclined, apparently you can fly off into the depths of space, the dead space between star systems. And if you dedicate half an hour of your life to flying in a straight line in the correct direction, you will find the Voyager probes. In the middle of nowhere, dead space, not in a star system, in a place no sane player would ever go. That's fucking brilliant. I love it. King Richard, still in the Spitfire, good man. I am resorting to cider. We had guests over earlier, and we decided to buy some decent cider. Not the best cider, but, you know, good enough for social lubricant. And they buggered off. They've gone home. So that leaves me all alone with a bottle and somewhat less than the half now of cider. Decent sized bottles. You know, I'm essentially drinking for 4 at this point. So, there you go. It's dry cider as well. Which, I personally think is false advertising, because this looks quite wet to me. Certainly felt wet going down. Indeed, I have decided to share with you. As I mentioned at the start of the stream, I've used your generous donations to bribe my partner to go to the pub so that I can actually have a go at this game myself. Because I shit you not, his holiday from work started Friday. It's Monday now, isn't it? Yeah, Friday. And since Friday morning, he placed his arse upon this couch and has not moved until today. He has done nothing but play Elite Dangerous. And I wanted to go myself, to put simply. Although I did have second thoughts, because I'm not really sure how I can make this game look or sound fun.
Tango Oscar November. Comms link established. Please approach the station at a safe speed and give way to larger vessels, Commander.
I love that as well. I love the fact that... I love the customized greetings they give you.
Access granted. Cleared for landing on docking bay 28.
The greetings these stations give you is... Excuse me.
Now hand over control.
Oh yes, so do I. I love the fact that the stations greet you based on the... The greeting is the ship you are flying, plus the first 3 letters of your username. Obviously in the NATO accent. Obviously my PSN gamer ID is Tombury Faye, for reasons lost to history. So they group me as Tango Oscar November, which I rather like. I think it's a really nice idea. Oh, it absolutely does annihilate No Man's Sky. This is what No Man's Sky promised to be. And I think this game is a fantastic sandbox. The fact that you basically spawn in with a ship with a small amount of money and no goal. What you do from spawn is entirely up to you. As I mentioned, I want to start a cruise liner because, well, I've watched my partner play this game and I've stolen his profile once or twice, and we've dabbled in everything. We've dabbled in combat and cargo and passenger transport, and I really enjoyed the passenger transport. So I want a cruise liner. Let's see. Space slaves. No. I am a Malcolm Reynolds style captain. You know, what I do might not be legal, but it is moral. You know, there are lines I will not cross. That's a thought. Let's have a look at the shipyard. Any chance of a dolphin? I'm thinking a dolphin or maybe a Type 6. Oh god, this place is awful. We have an Eagle or a Cobra Mark III. Well, there's no denying that is better than what I'm flying at the moment, but frankly, I think I'd rather save up. Let's see. And of course, this being a space exploration game, we have tables, thrilling tables of things, of commodities, of values. It's like work, except you pay for the privilege of doing it, rather than the other way around. Low temperature? No, they don't have any of this. They have. Yeah, let's look at the mission board. I wonder if I can find anything heading towards the Dolphin, although I don't have enough money for that yet. Oh! Oh, perfect! This is a huge amount of money for a relatively easy delivery. So let's do that. And... not out... no! Misclicked. Curses. Okay, they want beer. Where's beer? I could probably turn more profit on wine, if I'm entirely honest. There we are. Perfect. We shall spend our drunken stream transporting alcohol to the good people of... where are we anyway? Hang on. Let me consult the map. I need to... I think I need to pay that. Yes, the system clock does appear to be inaccurate. It's one of the many technical faults that plague my ship. For example, around about the point where systems stations will normally scan you for contraband, my ship just inexplicably powers down. Just shuts down completely. Everything goes dead. No idea why it happens. It's one of many systemic faults I just cannot fix. And my apologies to Mr. Mundy, who mentioned that he will be taking a shot every time I slur a word. So I shall be taking special care not to slur any words from here on. Ouch. Oh, crap. This is what happens when you try to drink and fly at the same time. I had one hand on the controller and one hand on a glass of cider.
Strict speed until clear of the station perimeter.
Clearly I am not a true Russian, because a true Russian would be able to fly a craft one-handed. No, that's not going to help. Alternate flight control is not going to help in this situation. Right, here we are. Good, right. Nobody saw it, and more importantly, nobody fined me for it. I don't think I'm going to make this end. Oh, shit. It's a miracle! I'm actually through. Well, I didn't start on cider. Cider's simply what's left over after the guests have left. Seriously, there are so many beer bottles in this room right now. Admittedly, French beer. Mm. So, the DLC. I recommend the DLC providing you're not starting afresh. Because I started with the DLC on my profile and it gives you the buggy from the outset. And what I found was the buggy takes up so much space in the Sidewinder, you basically can't do anything worthwhile. You're better off just playing the standard game, get more cargo space, play the standard game until you can buy a bigger ship, and then start dicking about with Horizons. That's my take on it anyway. I've not been checking if I can sell this astronomical data to anyone. That looks interesting. Oh, it's a gravity ring or some sort. I do not know, King Richard. How do we brainwash... Let me try that again. How do we brainwash a Frenchman? Oh. Nice. That's implying a Frenchman thinks with their penis as opposed to thinking with their. I thought they did all the thinking with baguettes. baguettes and garlic and strike placards. See, I think there's a reason. Can you imagine? Can you imagine Elite Dangerous if the French were one of the major factions? Greetings, SETI Alpha Station. Requesting permission to dock. What? You want permission to dock? No, you cannot dock today, we are on strike. Come back in 20 years. Qu'est-ce que c'est? He's a star. Let's see. Aha! Right. Full confession time. I have made perhaps 33% of planetary landings so far successfully. So this will be interesting. I rather like the idea that the galaxy is split between Americans and French, with the Federation actually being some fucking corporatist dystopia, pretending to be a utopian space civilization. And the Empire apparently being okay with slavery, presumably because they only enslave white people. Oh. Because as we all know, you know, oppression equals power plus privilege. And so, it is not possible for a bunch of random, what are they called? Hermetic Jews? Yeah, no, they're not black enough. Let's say tribalistic, animal worshipping space Africans to enslave white Russians. How do you keep a Frenchman from crashing your party? Well, presumably you host it on a battlefield. It's what I do. I might do a spot of bounty hunting once I arrive. Oh, I don't think. Yes, that's why there are no Jews in space. They were not correctly sealed. They depressurized while being transported to their colonies. Now, let's see if I can actually successfully approach the planet at the correct speed. I absolutely do love that all of this is done in the correct scale. It's an attention to detail I have to admire, even if it is batshit crazy. There's a Jewish star. I would imagine it's somewhere in the financial sector. Go on, why wasn't Jesus born in France? And gently. Gently. Yes! We have achieved glide. I rather like the fact that the most successful French government in recent history was conducted from London. Down we go. Is that perhaps a red versus blue reference? Retard the throttle. Retard the throttle. Right, let's let the computer take care of this. Okoa Station, this is Tango Oscar November, requesting permission to dock. Transferring control to navigational computer.
2,000 meters from touchdown. Permission authorized. Proceed to landing pad 07.
This is a very nice city. Got to say, look at this.
Landing gear deployed.
I'm not sure about the music. This is very 2001. That's troubling. It's like, Hal? Let me dock at the station, please, Hal. I can't let you do that, Stabby. Indeed it is, Andy. Indeed it is. I see you are well versed in Toy Story lore. Right, let's refuel. Mission board. Apparently we have a message incoming. What is this message? Oh dear! We appear to have destabilized the local economy. What do you call a Frenchman advancing on Baghdad? Lost? Let's see what's paying well these days. Oh, an assassination mission. Should we go and murder someone? Ah, right. Apparently, they don't think we're up to the task. And I'm inclined to agree. We probably would die if we did that. Where's the, where did I hide my galaxy map? There it is. How many Frenchmen does it take to defend Paris? I don't know. Nobody's ever tried it. Yes. Great minds think alike. Oh, look, it's Rackapelia. That's an idea. Do these people sell there's an event on. Let's have a look. See if they'll sell what we need. They'll sell clothing. Or there we go. Domestic appliances.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
What am I carrying? I'm apparently carrying cargo. Oh yes, I forgot the wine. There we are. Give me clothing. Why not?
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
Right. I'm thinking we go back to... Perfect. Rackophilia. This is where I want to be. This is a good system. I'm reasonably confident we can... So I was distracted by alcohol. I'm reasonably confident we can acquire a new ship here.
Landing successful. Ship secured. Greetings, Commander. Ship released. Clear to leave controlled airspace.
Landing gear.
Observing steady traffic in this sector. Caution is advised.
Okay, apparently we have incoming traffic. I want to keep an eye on those because I may or may not have collided with incoming traffic once or twice or 3 times. Oh, I'm apparently a dealer. Huzzah! Look at the pretty little firework display I get. Marvellous. Well, that's what usually happens Monday. It's just bad jokes all across the sky. My onboard computer is clearly not Australian. It hasn't tried to steal anything from me so far, or start a barbecue. Oh. Ah, yes, that old adage. Anything said on the internet can and will be used against you. Let's see. Ah, there we are. Stone Enterprise. Let's go take part in a community event. Shit. I did not mean to do that. Whoops. Sorry, chalk that up to not paying attention. I was sort of distracted by the fact 2/3 of my brain is currently made of an unpleasant mix of French ale and cider. Where is this from, anyway? Okay, no, that's not where the... Well, that's disappointing. It doesn't appear to tell me where it's from, and that is hugely important.
Frameshift drive charging.
God, you know this stuff is cheap and crap, and it doesn't tell you where it's from.
1. Engage.
Apparently, men should not exceed 3 or 4 units of alcohol a day. Women should not exceed 2 or 3 units of alcohol a day. This is scientific proof that women are far less fun to be around than men. Alright, since we're apparently turning this into a joke thread, why not? How many antifa does it take to change a light bulb? 5. 1 to change the light bulb, 4 to kick over the bins and call them fascist. Descending on... I do like these stations, they are very pretty. I've encountered some fantastic ones. There we are.
Delay Tango Oscar November. Be aware. Weapon fire restrictions are in place in this sector.
Right, don't shoot the station you're planning to dock with. Good to know. That is a good point. Suppose Antifa wouldn't change a light bulb then. They'd just call the light bulb fascist and smash it. Little known fact that the French have no word for work, and 500 words for strike. Also interesting fact that the French were actually a huge contributor of the European space program. Right up until America beat them to the moon and discovered it wasn't made of cheese. At which point the French pulled out. Here we are. I rather like, oh, where was it? There was... at least one place in the United States has finally saw reason and declared Antifa to be a terrorist group, which was the best news I've heard in a long time. I'm plagued by hiccups. Let's repair our damage. Consult the shipyard. We've got lots of money now. We might be able to buy a proper ship. No, 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 no. Oh, we can afford that. We can afford a Type 6. It's not a... what's the word I'm looking for? It's not a dolphin. But it's affordable. Think of all the cargo I could carry. Wouldn't that be exciting? Yes, you know what? I want one. I want... Right, yeah, we'll store the... Oh, should I sell it? No, no. The starting ship has to be kept for nostalgic purposes. Hooray! I earned a trophy! And at some point... There we are. Sorry, just, there's a lot of paperwork with this sort of thing. Right. So. Starport services. Eventually. Let's have a look. I know we don't really have any money to spend on the outfitting. But we can have a look. Hard points... Well, they're crap. I don't see myself doing much fighting in this ship. What about the optional internals? Are we all full up? Yes, we've got lots and lots of cargo space. This is excellent. Basic discovery scanner. Although I might be persuaded. No, that's not what I wanted. There we are. Docking computer. Right, there we are. That is a very good question, Mama Meme. I'm not sure it does, although it does allow you to smuggle a variety of illegal substances. Let's see. Hang on, let's check the contacts. Nope, none of that makes sense. Where are we? Ah! That's what I wanted. Right. Galaxy map. I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, CE Bootis is a good place to go to earn a bit of money. So... there we are. Where are you? There you are. So we're going through the Ross system, which is uninhabited. Marvellous. And CE Bootis is high-tech. Excellent. I see I've been learning from my fellow traders. Studying their habits. Oh, look at that. I could earn so much money. I've just gotta fly away into the middle of nowhere, and then I can flog that stuff. This is marvellous. I think I might have rambled before about how I'm not really sure how to make this game sound fun, or look fun, but it really is. There's something so very satisfying about faffing about as a merchant in space. "13 units of liquor. Maybe, maybe. Absolutely. Andy Brook, feel free to ask serious questions, and I will do my best to answer them seriously.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
This game would be improved by space bars. I agree completely. Did I did set a course, didn't I? Yes, I did. Marvellous. Right. Off we go. So, now that I've got a ship which is a good size, I can set this out as a passenger liner. And I can carry passengers.
Ship released. Access corridor is clear.
Marvellous. Now, I feel lied to because I was told the access corridor is clear, but that bloody big UFO stuck in front of me is clearly there, getting in the way of my exit path.
Landing gear retracted.
There we are. You see, oh god, this feels sluggish. It's like flying a house that doesn't love you anymore. I desperately need to upgrade the thrusters on this thing. Oh Jesus, this is horrible. The ISIS comedy open mic. I hear it bombed.
Frameshift drive charging.
Specifically, shit. Fuck! Nope, sorry. Botched the execution of that one. Sorry. Drew a blank on the names of Syrian cities.
4, 3, 2, 1.
I am not flying a space truck. I'm flying a space caravan. There's a very distinct difference. I happen to know, from the experience of far richer pilots than I, that this ship is actually almost maneuverable. Do I not have a spatial scanner? There we are.
Frameshift drive
Right,
charging.
here we are. So yes, this is... I do wonder whether this is some sad indictment of my nature. That we have this wonderful game where you can be a heroic space adventurer, hunting down pirates and brutally murdering the enemies of mankind. And my ambition is to basically carry rich tourists around and give them free iPods as we show them planets that look almost identical to every other fucking planet in the cosmos. But in fairness, when you can charge people 3 million quid for the privilege, I don't know, maybe it's the inner con artist in me. Where am I? Moskowitz Gateway? Oh fuck, that's far too far away. No, 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 no. This won't do at all. Okay, plan B. We are not stopping here. It's going to take me, like, the best part of half an hour to get to that space station. We are not doing that. Galaxy map. Where are you? Struggling a bit. I'm playing on the PlayStation 4. Just the standard one, not the Pro. Haven't quite managed to... There it is. Right. That's a... Yep. High-tech world. Plot of course. See? This is the advantage of seeing other people play this game before you. I can half remember the systems that they've been to. Yeah, I think this game's been on PC for, what, 3 years now? Unlike Star Citizen, which is, frankly, never coming to any platform ever. Yes, I went there. Come at me, fanboys. I am actually very impressed. I think this is a very good console port. This was a game that I didn't buy this for myself. I bought this as a present for my other half, and he was obsessed. He really, really, really wanted to play this game, but we were always concerned that our PC wouldn't run it very well. And he's a bit like me. He's not a fan of keyboard and mouse controls. I think a Broken Space Caravan is a good investment. I think the Type 6 is a very, very good entry-level starship. I mean, you can kit it out right. You can carry close to 100 tons of cargo, or a huge number of passengers. And I'm sorry, the reason I'm spinning out of control is one hand's on the joysticks, and one hand is emptying a bottle of cider into a glass. My long-term goal is for like maybe a Type 7 transport, or even a Type 9. To be honest, if I can get my dogfighting fix from Battlefield. As much as space combat in this game is kind of fun, I just enjoy dicking about. I really do like just charging across the galaxy with a cargo bay full of semi-precious junk, or rich pricks, you know, depending on how I'm playing. As far as I know, Star Citizen isn't out yet. I don't think it will ever be out. I think that they had a really solid idea for a game, and then it just became far more popular than they ever imagined it would be. And they just started, like, randomly throwing stretch goals at it. I mean, this is the thing. I am against stretch goals. I do not think that Kickstarters should have stretch goals. I think they should say, this is what we want to do, back us or don't. Because I think a lot of Kickstarter get into trouble where they get more money than they were expecting, and they're like, oh shit, we've got to do more with this money, we've got to add stuff to the project. And they're so busy trying to come up with extras that they never finish the actual, you know, stuff they were promising in the first place. Like, I think this was Kickstarted, wasn't it? I'm pretty sure this game was Kickstarted, and honestly, I've seen this game played without the Horizons expansion, and that sold me. The Horizons, I think, now that I've got a bigger ship, I might actually put more time into Horizons, because it's not very good with the Sidewinder. The Sidewinder's too small for the, you know, to carry the ground transports. With a bigger ship, it's more viable. But, like, the core game of this, just, like, jumping between star systems, you know, fighting pirates, transporting goods. I would be sold on this. I think if the original Kickstarter had offered a PS4 version of the game, I would have backed it. Where am I? Where's a... I'm having trouble finding... Ah, there it is. Sorry. I'm a little bit concerned part of your joke is going to be cut off there, King Richard. Unfortunately, I only see, like, 2, 4, 6, 7 lines, 7.5 lines of whatever gets typed. Yeah, because, you know, Sony, if a job's worth doing, it's worth doing a half-assed job. What's this? Oh dear. Apparently my other half has managed already gone over budget on the alcohol. This is what you're really pledging for. I mean, I joked about the Patreon money is going towards White Russians. It's actually going towards giving me an hour's peace and fucking quiet. Which, as anyone with a significant other will tell you, is a rare and precious commodity. Oh... I'm at that wonderful sweet spot now. There's that little part of me that's saying, right, Stabby, you've drunk quite a bit of alcohol today. You should probably stop. But there's the other part of me saying, Stabby, you've got most of a glass in front of you, and there's even more in the fridge. And if you stop drinking now, first of all, that drink in front of you is going to go flat, and the alcohol in the fridge is going to be lonely. It would be cruel of you not to reunite it with its friends. So, what is this anyway? We were gifted with a very large box of premium French imported lager, which comes in really small bottles, and that, I think, is part of the problem. Beer should come in large bottles, because when it comes in a large bottle, you can see there's a large quantity of alcohol, and you can make a rational decision about exactly how much you can handle. When it comes in these tiny... I mean, 250 millilitres. That's a mouthful. That's not a drink, that's a shot. And so, you start drinking these no-name French ales, and then, I'm not even sure if they're ale. They're not ales, they're lagers. Fuck me. Can't even remember what I've been drinking at the start of the evening. You drink these 250 milliliter French lagers from the Co-op. Fucking cheap friends I've got. And the next thing you know, you're surrounded by a dozen bottles, and you don't remember drinking any of them. You just remember, after about 6 bottles, maybe you shouldn't drink the entire box. And at the end of the entire box, you think maybe you should stop now, and then the cider comes out. And this is the kind of excellent decision-making that meant that I spent the entirety of last night lying on the sofa, trying not to be sick, and playing Crash Bandicoot, which I didn't intend on buying, but I did by accident. Because, you know, sound financial decisions are always made at 3 in the morning.
Tango, Oscar,
Sorry, I have absolutely no idea where that came from.
Before attempting to dock.
Okay, let's ask permission. Right, I'm going to turn the ship over to the flight computer. I am not slurring at all.
Okay, Commander. Make your way to
I resent the implication that I am in any way heavily intoxicated, and the fact that I desperately need to take a bathroom break while the computer lands my ship for me is in no way linked to the vast quantities of alcohol I've been... Not really vast, just... You know... Relatively... I didn't start drinking that long ago. Really, honestly. Oh. Anyway. Please enjoy the sight of a computer playing the game for me, and I'll be back in a moment.
meters from touchdown. Caution, heavy traffic ahead.
Are we there yet? Well, oh, hang on. What? Accelerate! I just had an idea. I just had an awful idea. Where's my modules?
We operate a no-fire policy within this area. Stow your weapons.
Whoops, sorry. I just had an awful idea. I'm going to try and land this ship manually. Because what could possibly go wrong with that idea? So, here we go. Let's see. How do we do this? Okay, we switch to alternate. Nope, that's not the right. There we go. This stick makes us go. Hang on. Let me, look down at the... There we go. Would help if I... perfect. See, I can look down through my feet. Right, I think we're about the right height now. So we go down. And the hood is in the way, which is, of course, incredibly useful. We don't appear to be going forwards. There we are. Something is punishable by death. I wonder what it was. I do hope it's not flying while intoxicated, or this could be a very abrupt end to the stream. Down. Shit. No, that's not down, that's forwards. Hang on. No, that's... Give me a minute. Right, hell. This is forwards and... Too far, too far. Perfect! Look at this! Marvellous! We're down! Huzzah! Who needs a landing computer? Let's turn it back on, just in case. I think that went rather well. How dare you mock my landing skills? Look at this, I made a huge profit on... Look, I've got 84,000. I think I did rather well. And we can buy a shitload of... Oh. We don't have enough money. Fuck. Oh well. It's not my fault that the joysticks are not clearly marked. I blame whoever designed this ship. Where are we going to find fruit and veg? I don't know what they sell here. Let's see. That looks quite valuable. Where is that? Is that on our way? Excuse me, I need a bit more of a top up. Let's see. That's kind of the opposite direction we want to go in. Can we maybe make that more efficient? There we go. So, Chara. Let's see if anyone will pay us to go to Chara. Which sounds like a wonderful place to live. I mean... Fruit and veg. Can we get fruit and veg, do you think? As nice as all these missions are, they don't appear to be on our way. Yes, I know that problem all too well. That's why autopilot was invented. Let's see. Okay, well, we'll see if we can get fruit and veg, and if we can always come back here and accept the mission. Nope. Let's get a bit of fuel. Okay, so all of our money is now tied up in cargo. So let's get rid of it promptly. I am honestly amazed at this game for its ability to... It's a game made almost entirely out of grind, and this is fun.
Ground crew have been dispatched. Welcome to the facility, Commander.
I mean...
Pad detached complete. Depart when ready, Commander.
As far as I can tell, that's a big ship. Is that a Type 9? I want one. But as far as I've been able to tell so far, the whole point of the... certainly the non-combat playthrough is to constantly move goods from one place to the other for however many hours of your life until you can buy a bigger ship, which lets you move more goods until you can buy the next big ship, and so on and so forth until you decide to go back to playing, I don't know, Call of Duty. I'm actually okay with that. That actually sounds like fun to me, somehow. Oh. Yes. Space bars. I absolutely think that we need spaceborne speakeasies. And we need blackjack and hookers. And prostitutes. And no, what we need a Japanese faction. We need the Japanese to come into the game so that we can start shipping crates of women's used panties and I don't know, tentacle porn. What else does Japan export? Small people? Economic cars? I actually have no idea what Japan exports. Every time I think of Japan, I just think of like toddlers in schoolgirl outfits who are actually demons. Yes, I was going to say having sex with tentacled sex robots. It's not paedophilia if she's actually 3,000 years old. She only looks like she's 6. God bless the Japanese. Nobody else will. Oh, body pillows. What an interesting concept they are. And by interesting, of course, I mean sad. Who am I to talk? I play 40k in Magic the Gathering. I am not one to criticise on sad. Boop. There we are. There we are, there's the community event. How am I doing on that, actually? I'm probably in the, yeah. That's still a decent amount of money as far as I'm concerned. We've got about 3 days. Yeah, I used to play an Arcbound deck. Primarily. I was never like, I never got into tournaments or anything. I just played for fun. But I had an Arcbound deck with a bit of Time Spiral mixed in. Primarily blue mana. Great fun. I really enjoyed it. No, no. How many Japanese does it take to change a light bulb? None. They have sex robots for that. Oh, you gotta love the Japanese and the obsession with really weird, perverted shit. Apparently, Yakuza 0 has a mini-game where you have to buy an adult magazine for a child. But you have it's a stealth minigame because you don't want to be caught buying adult magazines by passers-by. That alone makes me want to buy Yakuza 0. I am sold on this game. I want a copy. I want to see this for myself. Whoops. Shit. Wrong button. Okay, so we have to observe docking protocols, so please remember, we are to observe all local Federation laws, we are to observe all Federation customs, we are not to perform animal sacrifices on board ship, we should stow away any complimentary tentacle porn monsters, this is weird talking about Japanese. Have you seen that, actually, have you seen the new upgrade to Tekken 7? Tekken 7 has a new mode where, yeah, they've got variable difficulties. They have a new mode where if you're struggling at the game, you can just select Korean mode, and an Asian person will come to your house and play the game for you. Great idea. Absolutely love it. I think it might be enough to get me back into Tekken. Now let's watch the computer. Land without effort. Shit, what have I done? Sorry, I got a bit carried. Interesting. Apparently when the landing computer is active, I become absolutely fascinated with the roof of the ship. Funnily enough, I saw a video along those lines of, I don't know if on the console, but certainly on the PC, there are a group of people called the Fuel Rats. And these guys sound like the best people you could possibly imagine. The fuel rats basically spend their time flying around in-game, looking for people who have run out of fuel, and giving them fuel for free so that they can get back to port. These guys are, like, amazingly good people. I really, really admire them for their selfless dedication to their fellow players. And I watched a video of basically somebody killed a fuel rat and was then viciously hunted down by basically the rest of the server. I really like the idea of it. I really did. Where's this? Where's this? That could be a... That could be a good source of income, maybe. How far away are you? Ah, screw it. Let's try our luck. No, I didn't want to open the galaxy map. Fuck's sake. You know, originally I wasn't going to play Eve on this live stream. I was going to play Crash Bandicoot. I'm really glad I didn't, because I would probably have thrown my controller through the screen at this point. Because if I am this staggeringly inept at a game which basically consists of pushing a button every 5 minutes and letting the computer do everything else for you, I fucking shudder to think what levels of colossal ineptitude you would be witnessing in a precision platform.
Follow the greens on your way out.
Okay. So let's line up with the... Okay. For some reason, I have set up the controls so that in alternate flight mode, there we go, in standard flight mode, the right stick wobbles, turns me left and right. In alternate flight mode, it's the left stick that turns me left and right. And the right stick strafes. I do not know why this happens. And what worries me is I have manually created this control setup, and I have done so while sober. Now, if Drunk Me thinks this is a stupid idea, what in the name of all that is holy was going through my head to make me do it sober? I wonder how many people live on that colony. I know it's a bit of a random segue, but wouldn't it be cool to be able to live on a space station like that? I mean, you get something resembling gravity through the centripetal forces of the rotating ring. It's large enough that you could have an entire city, or at least a small town, based around the ring. If we're looking at the tech level of this game, then you've got regular traders bringing commodities, everything you need. People are always bringing stuff to buy and sell. So you can spend your entire life on these giant space stations. I'm flying one-handed again, I apologize. Right. How many jumps have we got? One jump. We did have a mission here, didn't we? Right. Yeah, apparently my short-term memory's given up. Shit. Sorry, I got a message. No, I didn't. I got fucking spam. Oh, by the way, people you know on Facebook have posted things. Thank you, smartphone. I'm pretty sure I would have worked that out on my own. I didn't need you to explicitly interrupt my drunken space adventurings. There it is. It's not one of these. Where are all the... You know what? Where are these iconic... They're not dodecahedrons, because a dodecahedron has 12 sides, I think. But you know what I mean? The great big, almost but not quite square stations from the original Elite. Where are all they? I just seem to be running into these dull, vaguely realistic stations, and they're making me sad with their plausible design and sensible construction. I want a giant space football. I want to dock inside a football and... Actually, I don't, because usually I wind up crashing into the walls trying to get out of those. But they, to me, are... My first memory of Elite is watching my cousin play it on an Amiga. And I just remember that station. I remember him, like, flying toward that station. And I honestly don't know what it was, but something about that captured my imagination and just, like, stayed with me. Even when I kind of lost interest in the actual game, I remember that image. It's burned into my mind. I think it was Elite 2. I'm pretty sure it wasn't the original Elite because there were actual, you know, graphics involved. And the original Elite was little more than wireframe nonsense. I'm curious what will be coming next.
Recon Tango Oscar November. You are now in Federation space. Follow all regulations before and after landing.
I know I'm in Federation space. I've been in Federation space my entire fucking career.
Access granted. You are go for approach to pad 03.
Thank you very much, Mama.
Initiated.
Whatever happened to your last Kekistani nonsense? I know I'm one to talk because I've not got around to editing the next episode of my Fallout playthrough. I promise I will do it eventually. I just keep putting it off. But I was looking forward to your continued adventures. Ooh. I don't think it's bad. I mean, I do occasionally have moments of thinking about an X.
Maintain current course, Commander.
Well, a couple of X's, to be honest. Every X has a slightly different painful memory. I think it's the nature. I know I probably come across as a miserable fucker, but secretly I do actually have feelings besides alcoholism and incoherent rage. Every X has a slightly different memory. Some of them are bittersweet. Some of them are just fucking bitter. Most of them I do think about their body. That's like the one thing I regret. You know, it's like, yeah, fuck the personality. If I could maybe just have the body and detach the head and, you know, cauterize the resulting wound, that would be great. Seriously, I'm sure the applicable members of the audience will know this by now, but just in case you don't, do not stick your dick in crazy. It never ends well. Why did I come here? I don't remember. Oh yeah, now I do. Money! Fantastic. No. No, it doesn't matter if they're thick or not. You don't do it. There we go. That's the next step. We upgrade our brick to a cinder block. Wow. Okay. I just got a sensation of vertigo from tipping my head back to empty the contents of the glass down my throat. That might be an indication that let me try again. That I probably should stop. I apologize that I'm not as eloquent as I potentially should be, but ooh. That's paying very well, isn't it? It's a bit of a way away. But, let's see. I think, I don't know. On the subject of X's, I just think this is maybe our learning experience. I don't want to sound like I'm a red-pilled MRA or anything, but every woman I've known has had some kind of issue. And sometimes it's something you can deal with, and sometimes it's not. Let's see where else we're going. They kind of all want me to go and fetch things for them. Ah! You want me to deliver things? Where's this going? Is this vaguely in the same direction as everything else? Oh look, it's in completely opposite direction. Fuck you and your desire to hinder me on efficient monetary recompense. I like Rackophilia, that's closer. I might just go with the Rackophilia mission. No, didn't want to do that. Didn't want to do that. Apologies, bear with me. I promised something vaguely coherent will happen eventually. That looks familiar. Is this on... No, this is the opposite direction again. But it's much closer, isn't it? Yeah, it's one hop. Fuck it. Well... Didn't want to do that either. God, alcohol. You are the worst co-pilot I've ever had. Right. So, we have a mission. What are we... Survival equipment. Okay. So, one thing I have learned is that if they're willing to give you a mission to move the goods... Holy fuckballs! They're charging twice the... Okay, fuck that idea. I was going to say normally you can buy the goods off your own bat and turn a profit, but I can't imagine how I turn a profit when they're double fucking market value. No. What's really fucking cheap? Where are we going? What kind of planet is this? That'll give us a clue, I think. Someone's broke the seal, I think. Have you, King Richard? High-tech and industrial. Right, so they like, things. Oh, you know what? Let's take a punt. We'll load the cargo bay with building fabricators and see how that goes.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
Brilliant. I don't know about the rest of you. You're probably all bored as fuck of this, and you're thinking, right, you know, Stabby, when are you actually going to murder something? And I'm just like, yes! I get to move imaginary goods from one imaginary place to the other. And for some unfathomable reason, that is really entertaining right now.
Landing sequence completed. Disembark when ready. Enjoy your stay at the facility, Commander.
I think that message was meant to play slightly earlier.
Landing gear retracted.
Whoa!
Caution. Dangerous maneuvers will not be tolerated.
Am I getting told off for speeding there, do you think? Anyway. Let's boost clear. We are heading to... Do you think there's an LV-426? Because if there is, I am never ever going there. I don't care how much money they offer me, I am never ever going to LV-426. And I very nearly dropped this glass, which wouldn't matter because apparently it's empty. There's a little trickle of alcohol. Hello. Right. That's cruel. Some horrible person has taken a bottle of beer,
Mission critical message.
drunk it, and then put the bottle cap back on so it looks like it's an original unopened bottle. And I'm very upset. Right, we've got 3 minutes to get there. Fuck. Right, this is obviously not going to happen. Shit. Told you it wasn't going to happen. We're never going to get there in time. I think it is. I think this might be the end of a friendship. You know, it really does take a lot. I mean, there are so many things I could forgive. I could forgive, you know, I could forgive rape. I could forgive murder. I could forgive conversion to Islam. But I cannot forgive making an empty bottle look like it might actually be full of alcohol. There are some lines you do not cross, and this clearly has been crossed. Okay, let's drop our speed. This is the second planetary landing of the stream, and let's see if I can go 2 for 2. Shit, I'm going too fast. Brake! There we are. Right, okay. Looking good, looking good. We're falling into atmosphere.
Orbital flight engaged.
Too steep. There we go. And hopefully... maybe yes, no. Is something gonna happen? Yes! Oh shit, that looks quite a long way away. I think I've made a poor life choice, if I'm entirely honest. I've grossly... shit! Fuck! No!
Frameshift drive charging.
Okay, let's try that again.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
We're not getting a bonus for this mission, clearly.
Incoming mission critical message.
What? Okay, so... alright, I've missed the window. That's fine. Where is this? Where am I going? I'm lost. Okay, let's try this. Let's just try diving at it. Does that work? Surely this is the fastest way to get to that station. No, it's not. For some unfathomable reason, we are now going to have to spend 2 minutes flying towards this object. And apparently we're going to be falling slower than we would if we came at a more obscure, oblique angle. I don't know the right word.
Lakon, Tango, Oscar, November. Federal Flight Control here. Submit a request prior to touching down.
Well, I can't submit a request until I'm within 7,500 kilometers. And that's going to take a while. So I hope you all brought your smartphones, because this is the part where we check messages and see who wants to talk to us. Let's see. Okay, somebody liked a meme I posted. That's good. Very good. Apparently one of my friends liked a picture of a kitten. What essential information that is. I don't know how I would have made it to the end of the day without knowing that. Let's see. Nope. Okay, yes, an elderly relative is confirming they aren't dead yet. And I believe we are now allowed to request docking permission. Fantastic. Computer, take over, please.
Decrease speed to 100. Authorization cleared. Your assigned landing pad is number 10. You are go for automated docking. Enjoy the ride, Commander.
There you go. And we can look around and admire the rather... You know, I do really like the look of this game, but I do think the planets look a bit, naff? I'm going to say naff. The planet's surface just looks
Landing gear deployed.
poorly done. I was not hard to say it.
Scan detected.
Oh, charming. They're scanning me. It must be because I'm black. You know, this is just an example of the systemic oppression we black trans women of colour suffer on a daily basis at the hands of the capitalist patriarchy. Huzzah! I made it. Let's have a look at the shipyard, because this is... Why not? It's a recurring theme. Oh! Well, that's a bit beyond my price range, but that's the sort of thing I would really like to own one day. $48 million. I think it's a little beyond my reach. And there turns a profit on these. Excellent. There we go. Right. I think I may have reached a point where I have to stop because I think I've reached that magical point where the my legs in the floor have a disagreement as to which one is in the correct location. If I close my eyes for long enough, the room begins to spin. So that's probably an indication that I have drunk far too much this evening. But it's been fun. It is, as always, delightful to spend time chatting nonsense with you. Oh, excuse me. Well, let's face it, I'm sleep deprived as it is. So, we shall enter the hangar. We shall dock here. And, God knows when I'll next produce content. I've got things in the pipeline, but, you know, they'll happen when they happen. I never pretended to be reliable in any way, shape, or form. And I'm far too tired to form a coherent sentence at this point. So, it has been an honour and a privilege to be intoxicated with you, fine ladies and gentlemen, this evening. And hopefully I shall see you all next time. And on the off chance some randomer has stumbled upon this after the fact, feel free to like, subscribe, and share, and all that jazz. It's the Stabby Brit. Looking for a detox. Oh, you came back just as I'm preparing to leave. Good timing, Mama Meme. Good timing indeed. How do I... there we go. Sorry, I've just remembered how to stop these broadcasts. Stabby Brit signing out. Sleep tight, folks.